Build and Boys now have issue 124 of Hachette's Build the Titanic. This is the last one of July's issues. I fell a little bit behind, but I have got the next 4 as well. So 25, 6, 7, and 8 are going to be coming up very rapidly. Probably shortly after you've seen this one, those will start coming through as well. So we're just going to keep going. There's very, very, very little to do in this one. Almost nothing, but it's what it is. It's our final deck. So we do get the actual poop deck in this one. So all we're going to do is we're going to lay the deck. That's it. So it's a sticker, essentially. I mean, we can dress it up as much as we want. It's a sticker, but it's key. It's the last sort of big key component that we're missing from the Titanic, I think. That and the rudder. And then everything else is just going to be, I mean, essentially window dressing. They are all essential components of the ship, but we are now at a point where we have built everything of significance, with the exception of the rudder. So for the next 16, it's essentially deck dressing. So it's cranes, jibs, booms, things like that. It's going to be masts, the crow's nest, things. That's what we're going to be doing over the next the final 16 issues. It's been a fun journey though, right? And I think the hard work's coming because rigging's coming, and who doesn't love some rigging? But it's getting emotional as we get toward the end. I'm going to miss this. I'm going to miss this. I'm going to miss talking to all of you about Titanic as well. So it's going to be it's going to be emotional. As I said, in this one we're just laying the deck. At the end of this one, we're going to have a Titanic talk. It's a different kind of Titanic talk. It's to make you aware of something that's coming up that I don't want you to miss, because it looks like it's going to be a treat. But we'll talk about that, and I've got some pictures from it as well that I can show you. But without further ado, let's get this one open. Let's get this one built. So this is our poop deck. This is what comes with 124. And then I've got the deck in here. Now, you see how curled up my decking already is? That's how that came out the box. So that's not great, is it? Now, the way we're going to put this on is this way around. So it's going to go on this section here. It does feel slightly textured, so I hope there'll be some bite. But this is the way this is going to go on. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a thin layer of wood glue on this. Not much, just a little to help the adhesive, the sticky here. I'm going to line this up as much as we can. Now, the one thing I will say, you don't have to go mad on glue on this one, because you see all of these elements here, these holes, that's stuff that's going on this deck. So this thing's going to be pinned down pretty nicely. I don't really think there's going to be an opportunity for this to roll up. This is going to be pinned down well. But again, it doesn't hurt. You don't have to do it. If you don't want to do it, don't do it. But, you know, there's no harm in it. So dealer's choice, really. So I'm going to get this glued up, and then we're going to install this. So with that kind of tacky, we're going to install this. Now, start at the bottom. If you line up the holes at the bottom, theoretically, the rest should line up. Theoretically. Okay. Let's get this as close as we can. Get this flat and smooth as we can. There we go. And there we are. This is our poop deck. Now taking our afterwhile there. So this is how we're going to go. That's going to go over there like there. There's extended piece of the next one that's how we're going to be. That's how we're going to look. That's how it's going to sit. That's it. I mean, it really is that simple. Weight it down, whatever you need to do, just to make sure that bonds and holds clear. That's exactly what I'm going to do, using the fairly simple Pepsi can method. I'm just going to make sure this holds down. Clamp the sides if you need to. Let it dry. Let it do its thing. We're not going to need this for a while. And then we're good to go. That's it. That's all there is to it. Let's have a chat. That's it. I mean, it's nice and simple. It's put decking on. Again, humidity matters. So just because your deck is peeling doesn't mean somebody else's is. Just because somebody else's deck isn't peeling doesn't mean yours will. Do you get what I mean? So it's up to you. I don't see any harm in doing as I do and putting a thin layer of kind of wood glue on there, just to give it a bit more, you know what I mean? A bit more bite. Ultimately, particularly with the poop deck, the amount of stuff that's going to be pinning it down, I don't think it's going to be possible for it to curl up anyway. I just don't, because I mean, this one in particular has got that much stuff clamping it to the deck. I can't see it going anywhere, but where's the harm? You know, there's no harm in it. So it is what it is. If you are just sticking around with the build instructions, I hope that helped. If you're sticking around for our Titanic talk, as I said, it's a bit of a different one. So today is Sunday the 4th of August. So tonight on Channel 4, 8 p.m, Titanic in Colour is being broadcast. It's a documentary, it's a two-part documentary where they have colorized footage of the Titanic. So there's not loads of footage of the Titanic, but the footage they have got, they've colorized it. They've also altered the speed. So anybody that was able to see the Peter Jackson World War I documentary, part of that was the speed that they altered, because the speed was mental. If you look at the footage of any old footage, the speed isn't right. It doesn't move at normal speed. And the reason why is because it was filmed as fast as you could rotate. So if you're rotating slow, you got very slow moving footage. If you were doing this, you got very fast moving footage. It's just kind of, it's the frame rate. So it looked nuts. So they have colorized it. They've slowed the footage correctly. They've added sound. And it's really strange because it makes something that seems ancient seem real and present. Certainly did with the World War I. So the World War I documentary, these were no longer kind of figures from the past. They just looked like guys you knew. You could see they were young kids. You could see the colour in their eyes and whatnot. And it was like, wow. And it made it very real, as opposed to being this kind of, because we all think that World War II happened in black and white. It didn't. It was very much in colour. And this is the same thing with the Titanic. All we really get is these kind of black and white still images, grainy images of the Titanic. Well, they've colorized it as best they can, and there's also CGI effects and things like that. But here are some stills of the documentary, so you can see what I'm talking about. It looks very different, but this is Titanic. Looks great, right? So the first one of those is on tonight on Channel 4. It then is available on 4 On Demand. Now, for those of you who live overseas, this was a joint production with an Australian production company. So if you're Australia-based, you're going to be seeing this very soon. If it's not on now, you're going to be seeing this very soon. For my friends that live in Europe and whatnot, you can still access this. If you're clever and you know ways around the internet, you can go to 4 On Demand and you can watch it if you know a way. I'm sure it's going to appear on Fire Sticks and Prime and things like that, but if you want to see it, you'll see it. I have no doubt this is something that will go global at some point anyway. It might get picked up by Discovery or something like that, but it looks good. So episode 1, which is on tonight, focuses on the construction of the Titanic. So we're going to see a lot of Harland and Wolff and White Star Line and things like that, of the actual design and the build in the Titanic, and it's going to end with it launching. So tonight's episode is going to end with the Titanic launching for its voyage, and then next week's will be about the actual sinking. But I don't want you to miss it, because this is one of the things that, there's not been a lot of fanfare for this because it's been drained out by the Olympics and things like that at the moment. But that is on tonight, so don't miss it. If you've got an interest in Titanic, it looks like it's going to be great. I mean, I can't wait. I'm looking forward to it. The kids go somewhere else for an hour. Your dad's nerding out over Titanic. I was really happy when I saw this was going to be on. Then the next part of me went, oh no. Right. Colours of the Titanic are a thing that just, right, we're never all going to agree. Okay? That's just the way it is. We are never all going to agree what the colours of the Titanic were. That's the easiest way I can say it. So as much as you want to shout and scream that something is one colour, somebody else is going to shout and scream it was a different colour. Now, they could be right, or you could be right. But you know what? We're never going to know. Right? We can make educated guesses, but then someone else has made an equally educated guess about different colours. So I sort of thought, oh no, just enjoy the show, right? Don't lose your mind that a capstan is the wrong colour. Don't get, oh, I can't watch this because that's green. Don't, just enjoy it. It's an interpretation. Enjoy it. And please don't bombard me with messages going, did you see what colour they've made this? I ain't the guy. You know, I'll go, yeah, I'm all right with it though. It's okay. It's just a show. Just enjoy it. Just enjoy it. Enjoy it. Be fun. That's all from me. I'll be back like immediately with issue 125 through to 128. But in a world where you can be anything at all, just be nice. Enjoy the show, and I'll see you very, very soon for more from Bill and the Boys. Please remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.